Good afternoon, Bobcats. I'm Ben. This is the BBTV News for Friday, March 2nd, 2018.
Hi Bobcats, I'm Dylan, starting you off with your top stories of the day. Did you know that March is National Reading Month? This month honors Dr. Seuss, whose birthday is on March 2nd. We talked with Miss Campbell in the library about some of the fun things going on.
We get a lot of new books in. We get new books every single month. One of the things I've really tried to focus on this year when I've been buying books is getting more nonfiction in here because I feel like our nonfiction collection, it was getting older, and we have some topics that weren't covered that I discovered when kids were trying to do research, so I focused a lot on that. I've also focused a lot on buying more books for our ELL students who don't read English as a first language, so that's probably one of the biggest changes that I've made, is just kind of in terms of what I'm purchasing for our library. I don't really have a typical day in the library. It just kind of depends on what's going on. Like, for example, I spent my whole day yesterday teaching 6th graders how to do research, and I did that on Tuesday this week as well. On a typical day, we usually have students come in as classes and do checkouts, so sometimes I'm doing book talks, or I'm helping kids find books, or I'm just kind of supervising them, or making book suggestions to them. The other part of my day will be spent, a lot of times I do some shelving or I do some weeding, which means pulling books out of the collection. I do ordering for the collection, so it just kind of depends on the day and what teachers need and what needs to be done in here.
That's all for our top stories today. Now let's spin over to the BBTV Sports Zone.
Downhill, quick pass. Now that play, they can throw it, and they do. Quick, he got it. Quick is dropped at the 15-yard line. Now what happened is a backward pass, and so it is not incomplete. And as an end result, Pryor picked it up. He threw it to Quick, and 37 yards later, they're at the 15-yard line.
Oh, I told you that Coach Osborne had something up his sleeve. Watch him bounce, a good bounce pass. Gill to Craig, watch him throw it to Craig, the tight end, going across the middle. Oklahoma was lax. One thing is Nebraska really didn't make that big a deal of it, just very nonchalantly threw it out there.
It was awesome because when remember how I said I walked on? Well, I wasn't recruited by anybody. I just asked Coach Osborne if I could walk on. The same thing happened to me when I was done at Nebraska. You see the NFL draft on TV and everything. Well, I didn't get drafted. So I had a few teams ask me if I wanted to go free agent, which is more or less like a walk-on for the NFL. So my first year, I went to the Seattle Seahawks. And back then, the active roster, the number of players, like I said, Nebraska had 135 players. The NFL had 45 players. That was the whole roster. And every week they bring in a lot of guys, and every week they cut them, fire you, and then you'd end up with 45. Well, at Seattle, I made the 50-man cut, but then I got cut the last cut before the season. So I didn't play it. That was 1983. 1984, I signed with the Dallas Cowboys. Long story, but same thing happened. I made the 50-man cut. I got cut the 45 again. So then the Chicago Bears picked me up, and then I made the team and I played. So you can imagine it was really cool and really a big deal because I'd been working for years to try to do that. Oh, it had to be Walter Payton. Walter Payton with the Chicago Bears. Not only was Walter the best player I've ever played with, he's maybe the best person. He's just a great guy, always had a great attitude, always encouraged people. Walter was the best running back I've ever seen. Probably the second best running back was Mike Rozier that I played with in college. But Walter, he was such a great athlete. He was our backup punter. He was our backup kicker, and he was even like the third string quarterback. And there was a game where Coach Mike Ditka, got upset with the quarterbacks, and he put Walter Payton in a quarterback. So he's an amazing athlete, but probably more importantly, he was a great guy.
Hi Bobcats, I'm Jessica and I'm here with your daily announcements. First up, No Place for Hate with Girl Scout Troops 42 to 173 are collecting birthday decorations, cake mixes, frosting, and more for birthday in bag to support your emergency service through March 9th. Collecting boxes are located in the team areas. The Buffett PTO Family Night is fast approaching. The event will take place on March 2nd. There will be inflatables in the gym, bingo, lots of food, and other fun activities. While the event is free, it is suggested that each person who attends also donates to our fabulous PTO. Also, each student must be accompanied by a parent or guardian. Again, Family Night is March 2nd, and we hope to see you there. Attention all National Junior Honor Society members. We are in need of more books for the book drive. Please bring books to Miss Tuning, Portable 6, or leave in the office. Remember, all members need to donate at least 2 books. The books should be suitable for grades pre-K 6th grade through 6th grade. That's all for today's announcements. Now a little fun before we go.
You get a homework assignment. You choose not to do your homework assignment because of a Harry Potter marathon on TV. When you choose not to do your homework assignment because of a Harry Potter marathon on TV, you get a 0 in the gradebook. When you get a 0 in the gradebook, you feel like a rebel. When you feel like a rebel, you do bad things. And when you do bad things, you get suspended from school. And when you get suspended from school, it shows up on your permanent record. When it shows up on your permanent record, colleges question whether or not you're responsible. When colleges question whether or not you're responsible, you don't go to college. And when you don't go to college, you don't get a job. And when you don't get a job, you live on the streets. And when you live on the streets, you move to a dark alley. And when you move to a dark alley, you meet Voldemort. Don't meet Voldemort in a dark alley, Bobcats. Do your homework.
Thanks for watching our broadcast today. I'm Ben. Have a great weekend and we'll see you next week.